Hi, this is SJ Talks and Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Um, Everybody is talking about Kamala. I don't say her name right. Kamala Harris. Everybody's talking about her race and her skin complexion. Well, she's a woman of color, and she is part black. She is part black because her father is Jamaican. So she is part black. She's Indian and Jamaican. Jamaican ain't nothing but some black folks. You know, she's just not African American. She don't have any African American, but she's got some Jamaican. Her father is Jamaican and her mother's Indian. So she's still a black. She's still half black. So people are making a big deal about her race, putting up a big stink about her race, and a lot of black people are saying, "Oh, she's not black, and she's a woman of color. She's not white. She's not white." When she gets voted in, they're gonna say she's a black woman, because the one drop rule. Because of the one drop rule, they're gonna say that she's black. Just like Obama. Obama was biracial. He had a white mama, and he had a black father, African father, and everybody say that he was the first black president. Okay, did they or did they not? Okay, everybody, but actually, technically, he was the first biracial president. He represented black and white people. Technically, he was the first biracial, but everybody say he was the first black president. They just completely ignored his white side of the family. Because Barack Obama is biracial, but they said he was the first black president. Okay, so if she gets voted in, they gonna say she black, and y'all know that. Y'all know that they gonna say that she's a black woman, and you know it. So I don't know why black people keep. And what difference does it make what race she is? What difference does it make? For crying out loud, what difference does it make? It don't make no difference. I don't care if she's green. Well, I don't vote, but I'm just saying. What difference does it make? See, we got too much racism in the black community. Too much colorism and racism going on in the black community because it's mainly the black people that's making a big deal about it. She not black. Well, she's a woman of color. She ain't white. What's your point? She's not white. She's Jamaican. She's half Indian and half Jamaican. Okay, Jamaican ain't nothing but some black people. Jamaicans are black. Hello? Well, some of them might be white. There might be some white Jamaicans, but her father is a black Jamaican. He's a black Jamaican. Hello? Y'all need to just stop with that. Quit with that mess. Just stop. Just stop. Stop with the colorism. Stop with this, oh, she not black. She ain't white. She not white. And if she get voted in, y'all know they gonna say she the first black woman. Now you know that's what they gonna say, because the one drop rule. It's the one. Okay, race is a social construct. It's a one drop rule. That's why most biracial people consider themselves black, because that's the way they get treated. Okay, it's the one drop rule, and people say, "Well, that don't apply no more." Yes, it do. Yes, it do. It still applies. You a liar. It does apply. Y'all know doggone well when she get voted in, they gonna say that she is black. And y'all know that, just like they did a Barack Obama. Barack Obama was biracial, but they said that he was the first black president. And I didn't hear black people hollering, "Oh, he's not black." I didn't hear not one black person holler that he wasn't black. Well, he looked black. I say if they look black, they black. Kamala looks black to me. She don't look white. She not Mariah Carey black. Now, Mariah Carey looks more European. Mariah Carey is technically, she's half black too, because her father was black. But she looks more European. Kamala is not Mariah Carey black. She can't pass. She can't pass for white. Now, if Mariah wasn't, oh, speaking of Mariah, she lost both her sister and prayers and condolences going out to Mariah Carey and her family. She lost both her mother and her sister over the weekend on the same day. While I'm mentioning her, but if Mariah Carey was a regular person out here, not, if she wasn't a singer, was just a regular person, they would. She could pass for white. She could pass for white, and she's got a black father. But Kamala doesn't look white. Okay, Kamala is not gonna pass. She's not gonna pass for white. She not gonna pass because she don't look white. She doesn't. She don't have the phenotype, as they call it, the phenotype. She doesn't have the phenotype for European. She don't have the European features. She don't have the phenotype, and she will never pass for white. So y'all need to quit with this color stuff. Stop with the colorism in the black community. It's stupid. Y'all didn't do Barack Obama like that, and he was mixed and had a white mama. So stop with that. I wish black people would get off of that. She not black. Well, she ain't white. She ain't white. She is a woman of color. She's part Jamaican, and her father is black Jamaican, which makes her half black. Okay, end of story. Black people need to stop with that mess. They need to stop with this colorism crap. Okay? Because everybody's all mixed up in the black community because of slavery. You got some black people that's lighter than her. They got two black parents. Okay? Y'all need to quit with that mess. Anyway, anywho, that's not what my video was about. That's not what my video was about. I just had to rant about that because that's what black people are making such a big deal about her, and I just had to rant about that because black people are making too much of a big deal about her color. So I had to rant about that, but that's not what my video is about. What my video is about is this is an unpopular opinion. I repeat, this is an unpopular opinion. You gotta bear with me. I don't have my tripod, and I'm kind of shaky. I'm kind of shaky. So bear with me. Um, this is an unpopular opinion, though. An unpopular opinion about Kamala Harris. I know that black people expect. They said Kamala. They're upset with Kamala, not just because of her race, her skin complexion, or whatever. But they're also upset with her because she said that she wasn't gonna do nothing for black. They said she wasn't gonna do nothing for black. Well, she can't just do. What she was trying to say was, I just can't pass laws specifically just for one race of people. I'm when you get to be a president of the United States, you working for all Americans, and you're not just working for black people. That's what she was trying to say. I can't just pass a law just specifically. Well, they passed a law specifically for Asians, the anti-Asian hate crime bill. They have done it. They passed that law specifically for Asians. That's good for the Asians, but okay, but that's basically what she said. I can't just pass laws and do things just for black. And black people got mad. Okay. She's right. She's absolutely correct. Kamala is not white. She's not Hillary Clinton. She's not Hillary Clinton's race. She's black, or she's mixed, okay? But when she gets voted in, they're going to say she's the first black woman president, okay? And because just like when I did a video talking about Barack, when black people was mad at him because he didn't do enough for black people, they said. And I said in that video, and if I can find it, I'm going to link it up to this one. I said in that video, the white people are not going to let him do nothing for black people. If Obama got up there saying, I'm going to go up to bat for reparations, do you honestly think that he would have did 2 terms? No. Obama would not have done 2 terms. Obama would not have done 2 terms if he had went up in there talking about reparations. They probably would have tried to impeach him. Obama, first of all, when you're the president of the United States, I don't know a lot about politics, but I know enough to know that when you're the president of the United States, you only have so much power. The president of the United States don't have a whole lot of power. I know like people like to think that they do, but they don't. Because when even if they try to pass a bill, okay, it's got to be approved by Congress. Okay? The president only has so much power. Okay? The president don't have as much power as people think that they do. Okay? And so when Obama was in there, Obama had to tread lightly. You know, Obama had to be very careful because if he was to go up there talking about I'm gonna go up to bat for reparations and all that, them white folks would have ran him out of there. Them white folks would have got him out of there. Okay, so Obama had to be really careful, and it was certain things that Obama could not do because he was the first black president. It was certain things that he could not do, and a lot of black people, I don't know if some of these black folks are slow or I don't know what's going on, but a lot of black people don't understand that. There's still a lot of racism in this country, and there's still a lot of systematic racism in this country. A whole lot of things have not really changed. Okay, just a lot of there's no Jim Crow laws. Um, you know, at least for the most part. Um, there's no more Jim Crow like it used to be back in the day, where it was a law saying that you could separate blacks from the whites. Blacks had to have their own bathroom; they couldn't use the white bathroom, and those were actually laws that were put into place. Where those they don't have those laws anymore, where black people can't go to certain. They say this black people still can't go to certain places, but there's no law. There's no laws, and there's technically no laws in place to where it says that black people can't go um, to certain use certain bathrooms and things like that. Those laws have changed. They've taken those laws off the book. But as far as a lot of people's attitudes and stuff like that, there's still a lot of racism, and there's still a lot of systematic racism. There's still a lot of racism in the system, and black folks know that. If you're over the age of 30, come on. Black folks know that. Come on now. Black people know that. Okay? And they know that Obama could not do a whole lot for blacks. He couldn't. Because the president only has so much power, and by him being the first black president, they would have ran him out of there. If he had excuse me, if he had went up there talking about some reparations, they would have ran him out of there. They would have ran him out of there so fast. They would have got rid of him. He's not Donald Trump. He couldn't get away with half of what Donald Trump is getting away with. He couldn't because he ain't no white man. Let's face facts. The reason why Donald Trump is getting away with what he's because he's a rich white man. He's a rich white man, and that's the only reason why he's getting away with what he's getting away with. But they wouldn't. There no way they would let Obama get away with that mess. They was talking about him and Michelle like a dog. They was trashing him when he was in there. He had a lot of supporters of all races, but they was hard on Obama and Michelle. It was hard on him and her when he was in that office, and so they would not have let him talk about no reparations. And they're not gonna if Kamala get in there, they're not gonna let her do it either. Do you honestly think they're going to let her pass a reparations bill? Do you think they're going to let Kamala do that? They is not going to let them white folks is not going to let Kamala pass they'll run her out of there. They'll have her impeached so fast, and then they'll call her a racist. They'll call her a racist and say she's racist, and then they will run her out of there. They are not going to allow her to come up there and pass laws specifically for black people. They're not going to do it. It sounds good in theory, because we need an anti-black femicide and we need a anti-hate bill for black women and children. That's what we need. But she can't go up there and pass that. She can't go up there and pass nothing like that. She can't go up there and be hollering about reparations. The white people are not going to let her. The white people ain't going to let her, and they're not only not going to let her, they're going to try to get her out of there. They're going to call her a racist and they're going to kick her out. They're going to try to have her impeached. Then white people are not going to let her do that. They're not going to let her do it. If she happens to get in there, I think Trump is going to try to rig the election. But if by chance she happens to get in there, then white people ain't going to let her do that. They ain't going to let her talk. She better not go up there talking about no reparations. She better not. She do you okay, who you think is running the country? Who you think is really running the country? It ain't black people. Check my community posts. I'm gonna do a book review on a book called um, White Fragility. Matter of fact, I have the book right here in this car. Matter of fact, here it is. I have it right here in the car. It's called White Fragility. I'm gonna do a book review on this book. It's called White Fragility, and it's actually written by a white person. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's upside down. White Fragility. I'm going to do a book review on this, so stay tuned. It's a page out of this book. I put in my community tab. It's a page out of this book, and what it does is it tells you, it's pretty deep. It tells you everything in this country that's being run by white people. That mostly everything in this country is being run by white people. It's a page out of that book. That's where I got that. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a book review on it. Okay. It's in my community tab. It's basically saying mostly everything in this country is run by mostly white people. Okay. So who do you think is really running the White House and that government up there? Who do you think is really running the government? No matter who get in there, it's white people. Kamala is not going to run nothing. She ain't going to be running nothing. And she's going to either do what they tell her them to tell her to do, or she's going to be out. Okay? It's white folks that's really running the show. And who you think is mostly in Congress? It ain't no blacks. There might be a few blacks here and there, but it's mostly white people in Congress. Okay? They're the ones that's really running stuff. They're not finna let her get up there and talk about some reparations. So black people need to stop with that. Stop being pissed off at Kamala because you're saying she's not doing enough for blacks. She can't do a whole lot for blacks. She can't. She told the truth. She told us the truth when she said, I can't just pass laws specifically for one race. She told y'all the truth. And y'all in y'all feelings about it. She told y'all the truth. She can't. She literally cannot do that because the white folks ain't gonna let her. Come on, black people. We smarter than that. We smarter than that. They ain't gonna let her do it. She told you. She told us right. So y'all need to quit. Y'all just black people just in their feelings, just like they was in their feelings about Obama. But they weren't gonna let Obama do it either. If anything, if it's gonna be some reparations, it's gonna be a white president that's gonna do it. And it ain't gonna be Trump. It'll be a white president that would have to go up to bat for that. It ain't gonna be no black president because they ain't gonna let the white one do it either. They not gonna let her do it. They ain't gonna let her do it. But a white president got a better chance of getting it done than she do. They is not going to let her do it. This country is too doggone racist. It is too much racism in this country. It's too much systematic racism in this country for them to even conceive the fact that they would even allow her to pass laws specifically for black people. It is too much systematic racism. You can tell that everything that's going on in this election. All the racism and stuff that's going on in this election. And those Trump supporters, a lot of them are racist. And he is racist. His nephew just wrote a book, by the way. His nephew and his niece, but his nephew just wrote a book. It just came out. It said, my uncle's a racist. That he heard him saying the N-word coming up. That's his nephew. Okay. Y'all better wake up. Black people, I done told y'all before. Y'all, black people better wake up. Wake up, black people. Wake up. Stop being mad at Kamala. Talking about she ain't doing nothing for black people. She can't do nothing for black people. Black people ain't running nothing. It's the white people that's running up there in Washington. White people are running the government. She ain't going to be running nothing. She's just going to be just another employee. Yeah, she'll be the president. But the president only, a white president only has so much power. A white president only has so much power. So how much power do you think she going to have? And she black. Because you know they going to say she black. So wake up, black people. We smarter than that now. Come on, we smarter than that. Stop being mad at Kamala for that. She told us right. She can't pass laws specifically for us. She can't do it. It's not that she won't do it. She can't do it. Because the white folks ain't going to let her. Okay? So black people just need to get out of their feelings. Y'all need to quit. Y'all need to get out of y'all feelings. Get out of y'all feelings about Kamala. She can't do it. Cut her some slack. Okay? She can't do it. And y'all know it. We smarter than this. We know how it is. Know how it is in this country. The playing field ain't level. Okay? It is what it is. We know what they supposed to do. We know what we were promised 40 acres and a mule when they freed the slaves. We was promised 40 acres and a mule. So I know we got reparations coming, and it's the right thing and they owe black people a lot of land too. Because there was a lot of black people, indigenous people, it was a lot of indigenous people that was already here. That's what they won't tell you about. That's why they don't want the history being taught in the schools, because they don't want black people to know that. But black people, do your research. It was already indigenous people here before Columbus came. They owe a lot of black people land. And then when black people, after slavery, had land, they unalived the black people and stole their land. Okay? They stole a lot of land from black people. They unalived them, and they stole a lot of land from black folks. So they not only owe us money, they owe us land. They owe our people a lot of land. And when a lot of American blacks dig that way back in their ancestry, you will see that a lot of your ancestors own some land. So they not only owe us money, they owe us land, and they know it. Okay? They know it. But is they going to give it to us? No. No, they're not going to give it to us. And you think they're going to let Kamala give it to us? Try to give it to us? Absolutely not. Y'all know better than that. They is not going to do it. Take your mind back to when Obama was in there. So that's what I want to let y'all know. Cut Kamala some slack. Stop trash talking Kamala. She ain't going to be able to do it. Leave her alone. And stop worrying about her race. You sound more racist than the white people. All right. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Until the next video, you guys be blessed.